How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves. We're here for a brand new match review, and Wolves are finally through to the Europa League playoff round. We beat Pyunik 4-0 today, and a fantastic result from a rotated Wolves team, which was great to see. Obviously, rest some of the big boys for Manchester United in the huge game against Torino, who drew 1-1 tonight, so they're through, I think, 6-1 on aggregate overall. But yeah, rotated team. So we saw John Ruddy starting goal. It's just sort of half expected. I thought Patricio, because he'd sort of played every single game so far, may play again. But yeah, Ruddy was in goal. Back three of Kilman, Vallejo and Cody. Cody, that's his spot in it in the middle. And we haven't really found anyone that could replace Cody. Not that he needs replacing. Vallejo as well. We'll talk a little bit more about him. Kilman, first time I've really ever got to see him play. Obviously, had that 30-second cameo last season. We can't really judge him much on that. Again, we'll talk more about the individual players after. Vinagre and Adama, I think those two are the Europa League wing-backs, aren't they, more or less now? A midfield three of Martinho. Who else? Sace and Morgan Gibbs-White, and a front two of Patrick Catrone and Pedro Neto, or Neto, however you want to pronounce it. But really slow start to the game. I say slow. I think it was a sluggish start to the game for Wolves, and there was definitely areas that we could have improved on. So, firstly, I noticed we were pressing really high. It's something that we don't normally overly do, to be honest, the high pressing, but it's something that we did and causing Pyunik a few problems. But the main thing that I noticed was the Wolves were so spread out. We didn't play quickly. We were hogging the ball a little bit too long. I think we were just holding possession, waiting almost for Pyunik to make the move and for us to take advantage. It didn't really happen. There was a couple of chances. I mean, we dominated the first half. I think it was Pedro Neto who had a great chance. He did the defender for a little bit of pace. Catrone had a chance as well, but overall it was positive. But I was just thinking, it's going to be another Thursday night, 0-0. The Crusaders game, all being honest, was pretty drab, wasn't it, at home? But it was second half was completely different. Players were playing a lot closer together. The football was a lot sharper. We were knocking the ball around fantastically. And what I noticed most is something that I actually tried to press for a lot more last season. Getting down onto the byline, running in with it, and these low-driven balls. And we did 3 of those today and scored 3 goals off them. The first one being for Pedro Neto. Fantastic to get him a debut goal. Great debut as well. Looks, he's on the short side. So he's probably not quite suited to the Premier League as such. Not that height matters, but he's got all the skill, all the pace and all the talent, especially in the Europa League, to make something of it this season. And it's Patrick Catrone, who looks so good. I know he didn't get on the score sheet today, but you can just tell he's played at a top level for a number of years. The way he holds the ball, the way he knocks the ball around, his intelligence. Fantastic. It was a great driven ball from him, and it looks like him and Neto may strike up a little bit of a surprising partnership, to be honest. Second goal came courtesy of Neto. Drilled ball in, and it was Vinagre this time scoring the goal. Fantastic to see him score as well. It was just overall a really, really good performance from everyone. No, it was Adama that drilled the ball in. Who scored the second one? I'm going to remember in a minute. My mind has just gone blank to who scored the second one. It'll come in a minute. But overall, a fantastic performance from Wolves. The second and third goal are identical. You remind me who scored it. I know Vinagre definitely scored one. I'm trying to think who scored the other one, and my mind has gone completely blank, but I can't remember. And the fourth goal, wow. Raul Jimenez and Diogo Jota coming on. And, it was, they didn't have to go 5th gear, did they? They were sort of 1st and 2nd gear. But that goal, tremendous skill, tremendous intelligence as well by Jimenez to just ding that ball over the top, and Jota using that little improvisation to score an overhead kick or a scissor kick, whatever you want to call it. Fantastic finish. Keeper had no chance, and that just saw us off to a fantastic 4-0 victory. Really, really happy with that result. Overall, fantastic. I think Neto and Catrone are really sparking up something that could be special. I know the game was almost, it was already done. The tie was over, but for us to still go out there and knock 4 past them is a fantastic achievement. I'm still trying to wrap my head around who scored the second goal, and it's definitely going to come. Morgan Gibbs-White. There we go. I knew he'd scored one. So all three of those goals, Gibbs-White, Vinagre and Neto, very similar goals, but all so well worked. And I hope we can start doing that a little bit more in the Premier League. And Jota, yes, what a goal. So saucy, that one. But overall, individual performances. Vallejo decent debut. I think the booking in the first half was very harsh on the referee. I thought the referee had a dreadful performance in the first half. Then he was looking to be fair. It was a harsh challenge on one of the Pyunik players in the second half. Got away with it, but didn't really have much else to do after that. Cody, fantastic again, leading the line. Great balls over the top and in his overall distribution. Kilman as well, a few shaky moments early parts of the game, but really solid overall. Just looked really comfortable on the ball. Sace, he actually filled in almost a Neves role really well, sitting into that back three when needed. He did really, really well, Romain Sace. Matinho, again, as normal. I just watched how he moved the ball around, and obviously he came off for Dendoncker, who put in a good shift as well. Morgan Gibbs-White, one of his better games for me. I think he's been pretty poor the last few games, especially in the Europa League, but he came in today and did really well. He was the man that was trying to make things happen. And then, who else have we got? Vinagre and Adama, those two were the main sort of sources of any play, weren't they? If they were the playmakers today, getting the ball down, and they just couldn't cope with the pace and skill, Pyunik, unfortunately. Pedro Neto for me. I'm really looking forward to that, as I said. And Jimenez and Jota just doing what they do best. Could have been more, could have been less, but overall a fantastic, solid victory for Wolves. On to the next round, a really tough game against Torino. Safe travels to any of you guys that are going. Unfortunately, I'm not going due to work commitments this time, but hopefully we'll go for a few more group stage games if we can get through and past Torino. Be sure to hit the like button down below, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.